came to Dartmouth in 1985, and my initial major was architecture. But when I started doing the drawing classes, the figure drawing classes, I began working with people and with nudes and just drawing a lot. And I realized that my real love wasn't necessarily designing spaces, but it was just painting people and drawing people. And so I was kind of seduced by the studio art program. My experience here, in large part, was defined by studying with Ben Frank Moss and Verjan Bogosian. And they really kind of represent sort of, opposite sides of a kind of equation, which is that, Verjan was this kind of really, quixotic character, this kind of, quintessential artist. What he taught to his students, which I didn't really understand at the time, was how a mature artist sort of moves through the world, negotiates things. And then on the other side was Ben Frank Moss, who was more kind of buttoned down and sort of straight-laced about things. And his example was much less about language or symbolic gesture, and it was more about building stuff. It was about how paintings work. That actually happens in my work. I go from being a very intentional, sort of every line, every mark is built up painter, to being an artist who does that type of work, but also a sort of mixed media approach as well. I think of it as a collision between photographic presence or images of people and sort of abstract expressionist backgrounds. So I think there's a kind of tension where paint can meet photography and it can resonate, it can vibrate, and I think people respond to that. The paintings are actually prayers. They're mini encapsulations or moments of these kind of metaphysical experiences that the dancers have. And I've tried my best to sort of recreate or create a kind of visual signifier or symbol in paint of what these metaphysical experiences were like, or could have been like, so that a person could come to a space like this and look at a painting, and for a moment they might connect with the energy of that prayer. The hood, when I was a student here, it was a sort of benchmark for me. I remember being fascinated by the place and sort of having these daydreams of showing here. And what 18-year-old artist wouldn't want to be in a space like this? It's so gorgeous, and the light's elegant, and everything's just kind of sharp. It feels like a chapel almost, right? It's like a for a moment, it's like a Mateo Romero painting chapel in here. And to sort of have a dream like that when you're 18 or 19, and then to see it realized later in your life is pretty magical. It's kind of amazing. It reaffirms the spirit that you can dream, and that it becomes manifest in the world.